Well, happy Hanukkah, everyone. Chag Sameach, Chag Simcha, Ula'am. Please sing along if you know it. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah, Huchakto. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah, Huchakto. Sivivon, sof, Hayasham, Sivivon, Huchakto, Miskadol, Hayasham, Chag Simcha, Ula'am. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah, Huchakto. Sivivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah, Huchakto.
My husband's the name is the same, and my name is Rita. All right.
Miskadol, Hayasham, Chag Simcha, Ula'am. Chag Simcha, Ula'am. Miskadol, Hayasham.
And grandmother from Barton. My grandfather emigrated from Ukraine in the early
Yeah.
19th, 20th century and had a store in Barton for 55 years. And I remember my grandmother.
Can you hear it okay?
Her own chickens and remade challah, and we really enjoy the holidays, all the holidays, particularly Hanukkah, lighting the candles. I grew up in the tradition of observing Hanukkah. I was the only Jewish kid in my class. I had to explain all the holidays.
Tefilati Vesham Toda Nizabeya Lietachim Abeya Mitzor Hanabeya Azegmur Beshir Mizmor Hanukkah Hamizbeya Azegmur Beshir Mizmor Hanukkah Hamizbeya.
I'm a member of the Vermont Holocaust Memorial.
Wow, it's impressive how fast the fingers just go numb, and at least for the purposes of guitar playing.
Anything else either of you guys want to add? Oh, sorry, we got to cut. Guys, it was so nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
My name's Laura.
Nice to meet you, Laura.
All right.
I love channels for watching all the
each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Amen. Yes.
Thank you, Louis Franco. Does everybody know Louis Franco is the best? Thank you, Louis.
Thank you.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, David. We'd like to welcome everyone to the annual Hanukkah lighting here at the State House together with the governor. Tonight we join millions of Jews around the world who are marking the second night of the Festival of Lights. Families all across the globe are gathering together to kindle these incredible flames that remarkably, against all odds, have lasted for thousands of years. How privileged we are to be able to light a menorah publicly and proudly without fear or worry of any discrimination. For this, we are thankful for the gift of living in the United States of America, where we have the freedom to celebrate and enjoy the festival of Hanukkah publicly and proudly. This, my friends, is the very same freedom won by the Maccabees at the time of Hanukkah. Tonight, I want to talk to you about a very special number. This year marks 50 years since the first public menorah lighting that took place in this country at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. This year, there will be 15,000 public menorahs being placed across the globe by Chabad. When the Lubavitcher Rebbe launched this global Hanukkah campaign, he sent a letter addressed to all participants in the public lighting of the Hanukkah menorah in the USA, where he stated that the Hanukkah lights are meant to illuminate the outside, symbolically alluding to the duty to bring light also to those who, for one reason or another, still walk in darkness. What is true of the individual is true of a nation, especially this great United States, united under God. It is surely the duty and privilege of this nation to promote all the forces of light, both at home and abroad, and in a steadily growing measure. My friends, the mandate is clear. The wise King Solomon tells us in the book of Proverbs, the soul of man is a candle of God. Every single one of us in this gathered here is a shining candle. It is our duty and mandate to be the light that lets others see. As we go through life, each day we have a responsibility not only for our well-being, but also to shine our light so brightly so others can see their way out of the dark. Before electric street lights were around, many places had gas lights. There were people whose entire job consisted of going around every evening to light the lamp, using a long pole to reach every place where there was darkness. There's a Jewish saying that we are all like a street lamplighter. We each carry in our pockets our own long pole of light to kindle those lamps wherever they may be, so that there's no place where darkness prevails. I'd like to invite the Director of Jewish Communities of Vermont, Toby Weissman, to share with us a Hanukkah message.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody. I'm Rabbi Toby Weissman, Director of Jewish Communities of Vermont. We are a statewide Jewish organization that brings Jews and friends of Jews together throughout the state to celebrate our Jewish heritage. I would like to sincerely thank Governor Phil Scott, Vermont Supreme Court Justice Bill Cohen, and the entire State House staff for welcoming the Jewish community tonight to the State House on the second night of Hanukkah. Thank you to Rabbi Raskin and Rabbi Unick and Chabad of Vermont for bringing us all together to celebrate Hanukkah. During the darkest days of the year, Hanukkah comes to shine light into the darkness. Hanukkah means dedication, and it also means education. Our sages teach us not to focus on the miraculous military victory, but on the spiritual victory. That one jar of pure oil was found in the Holy Temple to light the menorah in Jerusalem. And instead of lasting for 1 day, it lasted for 8 days. So what is the main message that we need to dedicate ourselves to and to educate ourselves and our children and each other about Hanukkah? The most important message about Hanukkah is that the hidden oil that was found over 2,000 years ago in the temple in Jerusalem represents the hidden infinite light that resides within each of us. Each one of us has an infinite light, a unique pure light that never existed before and never will exist again. We all need to be able to find and shine our own unique light into the world that only we can shine. Our sages teach us that just like a flame does not diminish when it lights another candle, our light only grows when we help another person's infinite light shine. Rabbi Shlomo Karabach of blessed memory says, "What is the utter darkness of the soul? The deepest darkness is the thought that we are utterly alone." Being a Jew today can feel very lonely, especially in the past year. But we are heartened to be lighting our menorah today here at the State House and celebrating Hanukkah with the governor and the State House staff and all of our allies. We know we are not alone. You are giving the Jewish community the strength and courage to shine our unique light in the world. We are also aware that there are many people in our communities in Vermont and beyond who are not able to shine their light and are also feeling very alone. We need to help find the hidden light within each other and be like the shamash, the middle candle that lights all the other candles. We need to help each other find our hidden light and lift each other up so we can share our unique light. As we light the menorah tonight and on each night of Hanukkah, let us see the light reflected in ourselves and each other and help to lift each other up so we can all shine our light even stronger. Let us visualize a time where every person will be able to shine their unique light, creating a time of peace and harmony for all people. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you. Our sages tell us with kindness and justice does the world stand. We're honored here to have Justice Cohn and delighted that he will share with us a Hanukkah message.
Governor, rabbis, and the community in general. And I'd say welcome to the governor, the rabbis, and to the entire community that's here today. It's one of my great honors is to stand in front of you as part of the Jewish community of Vermont and being an Associate Justice on the Vermont Supreme Court. And as we gather here tonight to light the menorah for the second night of Hanukkah, let's remind of the long ago of a time of darkness for the Jewish people, and a small but dedicated group of warriors held their ground to preserve our heritage. The story of Hanukkah is reflected in oil that lasted 8 days, but I find it to be a story about courage, perseverance, and the enduring power of light over darkness. Today, we all face many challenges, prejudice, intolerance, and the difficulty in maintaining our core values. So let's find faith that the light always prevails with a commitment for equal justice for all. So as in the shortest days of the year, we should never forget that light will always prevail. And as going back to looking at how light always prevails against darkness, we can just reflect on the Revolutionary War, where the people in the United States at the beginning of this country prevailed over a tyranny of the king. We can look at the Civil War to say how the Grand Army or the Republic prevailed over the inhumanity of slavery. And it was 80 years ago that the United States Army invaded or went into the beaches of Normandy, went in to fight the Battle of the Bulge, and prevailed over the ultimate evil that ever occurred in humankind. So I stand with you. We must all stand for what's right and what's just, and for never giving in to inequality or injustice. So for many generations to come, with many generations to come, this light will always endure, and that we will prevail, and that hope will always be the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to call Rabbi Raskin, the Regional Director of Chabad across the state of Vermont, to say a few words.
Happy Hanukkah. Welcome everyone here, Governor, and everyone else that's here. Congratulations for just being re-elected again. So as you're going to see, we're going to be lighting the second light. So last night, I was mentioned by Rabbi Yunik, all over the world, everyone lit the first candle. And tonight, we light the second candle. By the way, this takes us back to 2100 years, 2163 years ago. That's when the miracle of Hanukkah happened. And since then, all over the world, wherever we find ourselves, may it be during Inquisition time, even in the camps during Nazi time, and in the good times, we always and we continue to light the candles of Hanukkah. And here's a very interesting message, that tonight we add on a second candle to teach us that we advance. We were very excited last night, but it doesn't stop with that. We add on another candle. And just a little bit of a Talmudic discussion, because if anyone that had studied Talmud, you would find when you have one opinion, most of the times you have another opinion.
Or three.
You know what they say? 2 Jews, 3 opinions. So guess what? There's an argument in the Talmud about how many lights, how many candles should we light on Hanukkah. Everyone agrees it's 8 days. And there has to be some kind of an 8. But how do you start? Do you do the first night 1 the way we do it and you continue? That's Hillel's opinion. But there's another opinion by the name of Shammai, the school of Shammai, said no. First night 8, second night 7, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without going to the discussion, what's the difference of the opinions? But so in a simple way, Shammai looks on it, how many more days are they to go? So last night, there's 8 nights to go, 8 candles. Tonight, there's 7. There should be 7. Hillel says, which night are we in actuality, not just in potential? Actually, what did we do? Last night was 1. Tonight, we're going to celebrate the second night. Lubavitcher Rebbe brings a very interesting point. All this has to do with, whole idea is to transform the darkness into light. That's what it's all about. And wherever we find ourselves, we change the situation to bring more light. Here in Vermont, as cold as it is, and we thank God that it's only 18, 19 degrees and not 3 or 4 degrees, because I don't know if the governor will be able to survive in such a... Probably will, right? You think so? It'll be fun, yeah. So we need all the strength. So Shammai, the school of Shammai is the opinion, when you go out and you want to change something, take all the power all at once. And then you could go down. Show all the power you have. But Hillel's opinion is take it slowly. One day at a time. You're successful one day, you add on another day. In the Hasidic world, and based on the teachings of the Rebbe, so we learned that's the way we should do it. We get excited one day, and then we continue and doing it more and more. So as we are all standing here together, and we going soon to light the second night of Hanukkah candles, we also have in mind that things, especially what's important to us, is unfortunately the hostages are still, some of them are still there. And I specifically want to mention a young family, the Bibas family, a father and mother, 2 kids. One of them was 9 months old, and the other one was 2 years old. They're still there. We have no idea what's happening with them. And at the same time as we celebrate and we're excited about Hanukkah, we also think about them, and we hope that this lights of Hanukkah opens up and gives light to everyone in the world, that we should be able to finally have that change and be able to see them very soon. So with the excitement of the light of Hanukkah, I want to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah. And the main thing is we should all remember Am Yisrael Chai, and we should merit very soon to the coming of Mashiach. Happy Hanukkah.
We could add another miracle, a Talmudic discussion that did not last 8 days. We'd like to invite the governor to share a few words about Hanukkah.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's great to be here. To see so many friendly faces. It seems to grow every year. I've been here. I was here when I was lieutenant governor as well. So many friendly faces. Also like to recognize, first of all, Justice Cohen for being here tonight. It's a great honor to have him. But also my partner during COVID, Dr. Levine, is here as well. Thank you so much. And many partners here, many teammates of my administration are here tonight as well. So it's great as we celebrate this special holiday. Lighting the menorah here at the State House each year is always an opportunity for us to come together and celebrate the blessings of the past year. I believe Hanukkah's lessons are an important reminder that there is always a light shining, no matter how dark or tough things get, and it's our sense of community that can help push us through those difficult times. A few years ago, we launched what we called the Rays of Kindness Initiative as a way to celebrate good deeds happening across the state. Each person who received a ray of kindness was nominated by someone in their community who noticed what they had done and reached out to our office to recognize it. And we've had numerous nominations, recognizes everything from fundraisers and flood cleanup projects to simple acts like delivering a meal to an elderly neighbor or picking up kids for a sick parent. One recipient we had, Mr. G, has been a teacher in Northfield for 47 years and began something called Walking Wednesdays as a way for kids to get some physical activity before school and connect with the community on the way. They walk through town and stop at a veteran's home to recite the Pledge of Allegiance when they come through with the veterans who live there. It started out with just a handful of kids and has grown to hundreds. including both students and community members. Mr. G's message is very simple. When you start something with purpose and stick with it, no matter how small, it grows and grows, which is something we need now more than ever. The gratitude we see in these nominations is a reminder that even a small act of kindness can brighten someone's day and make a lasting difference, because kindness is contagious. So, as we light the menorah tonight, let's also focus on the good in one another and remind ourselves that there's much more that unites us than divides us. So thank you very much for having me once again, and happy Hanukkah.
I'd just like to make a special mention of Dr. Levine, and we thank him for being here. Thank you very much, Governor. It's always a pleasure to be invited into the State House. Right after the menorah lighting, which will be taking place right now, we will have latkes and donuts, and all the children will be able to hear a story that's read by the Governor. Sorry. Okay.
You have, on your song sheets, you have the blessings for lighting the menorah.
We will all sing together the blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avoseinu bayamim hahem bizman hazeh. Yay! Ma'asur Yeshuati lechana el shabeach tikon beit tefilati v'sham toda nezabeach leyetachin matbeach mitzaram nabeach az egmor b'shir mizmor Chanukat hamizbeach az egmor b'shir mizmor Chanukat hamizbeach. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Everyone's invited to come into the State House. There's latkes, donuts, hot drinks.
And there's also a table with a gift of free books to children. PJ Library Books.